Hi there, FM.Underdogs back with another Football Manager 2016 update on my career with Nantes in France. As you can see on screen, the game date is the 17th of December 2016, that's season 2. And I'm currently top of the league, 19 games played, top of the league, 35 points, ahead of Paris by a point. So yeah, things are going pretty well. Also, I'm through to the Champions League knockout stages. Albeit I got about the easiest group you could imagine really in the Champions League. Champions League Group G there. I had Atletico Madrid, obviously not an easy group, and Galatasaray, and I also had CSKA Moscow. Yeah, so pretty much Atletico ran away with that group. As you can see, I won 2 games, but beat Galatasaray and Moscow both at home, and drew the away matches against them. So I went through relatively comfortably. Basically, I needed to draw the last game at home, and I actually won. So through to the knockout stage where I shall play Dortmund. So obviously tough group there, tough match there. Don't expect to win that match, but as Nantes in the Champions League, I think getting through the knockout stage is an achievement in itself. So hopefully the board will think that. They've already given me a transfer budget of 9 million to spend in the window that's about to open on the 1st of January. So I'm looking forward to bringing a few players in. But in the close season, I made a complete overhaul of the squad really, because my squad wasn't going to be able to cope with the Champions League and Ligue as well. So I needed to bring quite a few players in. I shall talk you through who I've brought in. Transfer history, okay, yeah. So the players I've brought in are these 4 at the bottom, just young players. I brought in a free transfer. I'll probably be able to sell them on for profit next season. That's basically what that's for. Patrice Evra, 675,000. He's already announced he's going to retire at the end of the season, so that's fine. He's doing really well. He's got average rating of about 7-ish, just over perhaps. Freddie Montero on loan from Sporting Lisbon, who he is currently my first choice striker in place of Salah, who didn't quite cut the mustard in the Champions League really. But Montero, he's only on loan, and he's not doing it either. That's what I'm looking to buy. I'm looking to buy a false 9 in the transfer window, and yeah, that's where the money's going to be spent. Vincent and Anyema, quality, great goalkeeper. Season after season, he's up for goalkeeper of the year award in France every season. He was in 2015 Football Manager and possibly previous versions as well. He's 34 years old at the moment. He was 33 when I bought him, but as you can see, he's still current ability 4 stars. Not only that, he happens to be the best penalty taker in my squad. He penalty taking 15, composure 15. My next bests are like 14, and I kind of give him the job and see how he gets on with it. And if he wasn't cutting the mustard, then I would swap him for the next guy down. But he scored 3 out of 4, and the one that he missed, the goalkeeper seemed to make a really good save. So yeah, he's keeping the job until he misses a couple or whatever, and then I'll change him. But yeah, he's doing the job. So yeah, that's my keeper. So Rue, my old keeper, is now on one on the bench. Renato Sanchez, he's a reserve attacking midfield player. Because I bought Adrian, who last season I had on loan from Flamengo, and I've bought him for 2.2 million, and he's doing a decent job in the league. You see his league average rating is 7.06, but the Champions League average rating is 6.66. So he's not really substantial. But he only is 22 years old, so he's one that's going to grow into the game. Wellington Silva on loan from Arsenal. Who else? Again, he's there to play. If there's a problem with this guy, this signing here, 1.8 million. This guy, Christian Rodriguez, ex Paris Saint-Germain actually, and he's a good player. He's definitely a good player. Champions League 6.87, so he's nearly up to 7. League One 7.65. So he's a class act in the French top league, absolutely class act. So he's doing the business. And this guy, my new central defender, who's a ball playing centre half. Now I don't really like playing ball playing centre halves. Really, I prefer people just to get on with their defending. It's the kind of players that you'd have like at one of the top European sides, in my opinion. And whether FC Nantes are really ready for a ball playing centre half, I don't know. But in League, his ratings are getting there, slow start, but he's averaging just over 7 in League One, and in Champions League 6.9. So he's getting there. But he's definitely a good signing, and I think, did I say that he was 22 years old? 23 years old. I'm sure he was 22 when I bought him. And I bought him for £3 million, so he's definitely a good signing. So as you can see, I've shipped out quite a lot. Most of those are going to be released on free transfers, and I sold Colbain Sikposten to POK Salonika in Greece, just to recuperate a little bit of money. Gustavo Coleman, who I bought the previous season, didn't really do it, so I've got rid of him just to get the wages off the wage bill, really. And Adriano Thomason, who was a young attacking midfield player, but he wasn't willing to wait around. He was always constantly loaning on, so I just thought, right, I'll cash in and get rid, because I just bought Adrian. And yeah, that's the current state of affairs. So I'm looking for, I'm looking at scouting. I'm looking for a false 9, and I have my eyes set on. I'll bring my shortlist up. I have my sights set on Falcao. That's who I'm going to go in for. But he's going to have to be on loan, because there's not a chance that I can afford to pay him £150,000 a week. No chance. They're wanting, I think it's £8.5 million that they're wanting for him. Is listed. It's transfer listed at his own request. And I would buy him, but I know there's not a chance of him coming for that. So hopefully I'll be able to get him on loan and pay him the maximum I can. And hopefully Monaco will be willing to let him go if he's causing a bit of trouble there. But yeah, because as a false 9, it's not exactly his best attribute, but I'm certainly willing to give him a go. Certainly on loan. Let's bring this up. We'll see what his false 9 stats like. So yeah, his key attributes: first touch 14, passing 13, technique 16, work rate and vision 13, each off the ball 14, composure 16. So they're not startling, but he'll certainly do the job for me. And then you've got your desirables, which is finishing 18. Obviously, you want even as a false 9, you want your striker to be able to finish. Anticipation 15. Balance, a little bit down on balance, which anyone I saw him play at Man United and Chelsea recently, I'll definitely say it's a bit down on balance. His agility seems a bit high on 14 for the way he was rolling around the pitch, should we say, but I'm certainly willing to give him a go in this game if I can get a hold of him. So, just a look at my squad there. And have a look at the league table actually. So yeah, that's the halfway point, isn't it? 19 games, that's the exact halfway point. Top of the league by a point, only 3 points ahead of the Champions League cut-off zone. So it's all to play for. I'm not trying to say that I'm setting that league alight. I'm not. But my goal at the start of the season was again to finish in the Champions League spots, second hopefully, so I don't have to play some Italian or Spanish side in the qualifiers. And coming in the season, I don't expect to finish above Paris. The resources they've got at their disposal. I think it was towards the end of last season, or transfer budget window last season. I noticed Von Vlaar, who has injury problems, was still available on free transfer, and I was actually looking for a backup central defender, but probably Vlaar, if fit, would have got into the starting position. I made an offer for him. Next thing, Paris is in for him, and that's it. He's gone to Paris. Probably never play for them, but he's gone there. So that's how it is in France. Really, Paris Saint-Germain are just head and shoulders above the rest, and it's difficult to compete with them. And to be honest, to be a point ahead of them this stage of the season is fantastic, and let's hope it continues. But I can't really see it, to be honest. So yeah, we're back with another update of how the season's going, or maybe the end of the season. But yeah, I'll be back again. Okay, see you guys. Bye.